I've spent the last year protecting something that was already mine.
Proving you were Mac's daughter.
I always believed it was true, Rachel. I knew in my heart that I couldn't come into this house and be a part of this family without feeling that I'd come home.
This is your home.
So many people told me I was wrong, that I started to believe it was true.
But we have proof, Paulina. And even before we had that letter from San Cristobal, I believed in you.
I know. And I'll never forget that you did that. Before I came here, I had nothing. I had no family. I had the name of a woman who hated me and who I hated. And then Ken Jordan found me. And he said to me, I'll give you your past. And by doing that, you'll have your future. I believed everything he told me, Rachel. And even though his motives were off, he was still the one who got me here in the first place. Well, these past few days, I've half wished that he'd never come into my life.
Oh, Paulina.
No, I mean it, Rachel. You don't know, but I've caused so much trouble.
How? How have you caused trouble?
Ken told me I should come here and get close to your family and see if I could pick up some clues that would give us more proof. So I took the job as Stephen's nanny. I didn't find out anything except that I needed to be here for the rest of my life. My mother's letter was enough for me. Why couldn't it be for everyone else? So I started living my dream. It was never about the money. It was for Ken, but I didn't care. God, I'd pay any price to get in touch with who I am or where I came from. So I blocked out the bad parts. And then you found out what Ken had done, and I know how much it hurt you because you loved him. So once the lie was out, I thought, great, I can start over. I can fix things, no more lies. Ken was gone, and I was a Corey. And everyone here treated me like I'd been here my entire life. And then it all exploded, and my dream was over.
Why? What happened, Paulina?
I met Jake. And everything since then has been a nightmare.
I knew this had to do with Jake. What did he do to you?
He needed money.
Well, that's no surprise.
And he wanted to win Marley back.
Go on.
Well, before we had concrete proof that I was Mac's daughter, Jake got a hold of some papers from the adoption agency in Chicago.
Your papers?
Yes. And there was enough doubt about where I came from for him to use them against me.
How?
He blackmailed me.
He said he would come to me with your papers proving that you were not Mac's daughter.
Yes, unless I paid him off.
Wonderful.
Well, it's worse.
Well, it's hard to imagine how.
At first, he pretended to like me.
This is when you were first going out with him.
Yeah. And I completely fell for him. The first time we made love, that's...
Never mind.
It was here.
Oh, lovely.
No, Rachel. The real reason that he wanted to sleep with me so he could bug my phone.
What?
He knew Ken's connection with my arrival here, and he thought maybe he could hear something that we were talking about and use it.
But he never did?
Well, no. I finally went to him. I started thinking that he was lying about the way he cared for me, because I knew he wanted Marley back.
And that's when he told you the truth?
Yes. He said he'd use the papers against me unless I gave him money, and I didn't have any then.
So what did you do then?
So, I went to see him at his loft that night.
The night he was shot? Paulina, you know who was responsible for that night, and you've always known.
It was me. I shot Jake and left him to die.
Unbelievable.
No, Rachel, I didn't plan it.
What did you plan?
I knew he had the gun, so I went for it. I thought I could scare him into giving me the papers. We fought over the gun, and it just went off. It was an accident.
And you never told anyone?
No, I was so scared. I panicked. I ran out of there. I didn't tell anyone. I didn't do anything.
And so Jake was in a coma for months.
When he woke up, he didn't remember who shot him at first.
And Marley went to trial for this crime.
No,
And you were in that courtroom day after day.
I just kept hoping she'd be cleared.
And that's your justification for giving them all that pain, Jamie and Marley?
Rachel,
all
if
that
I could
pain?
take it back, I would.
You
but
can't take it back,
I
Paulina.
know, but I didn't know what else to do. I didn't think anyone would believe me that it was an accident or in self-defense. I ran. I left him. I didn't know how to tell the truth.
Until now.
Yes.
Now, when it doesn't do anyone any
No,
good
no.
at all.
At least the lies can stop.
It's too late, Paulina.
I know. I don't know what else to say.
And if they had found Marley guilty?
What?
If the result of the trial had been different, Paulina, if Marley had gone to prison for what you did...
No, that never would have happened.
How do you know?
Because I would never have let it go that far. I swear, I never.
I'm supposed to believe that?
Yes.
After everything you said to me, after all these lies, I'm supposed to believe that you would ever come out and tell me the truth about anything.
I don't blame you for saying that, Rachel. But all I can give you is my word. I know that probably doesn't count for much in your eyes now, but it does count to me. I promised myself that I would tell the truth no matter what happened to me if the jury didn't believe Marley. I swear to you, Rachel, I swear I never would have let it go that far.
Why did you marry Jake?
He finally remembered that I was the one who shot him. He tortured me for a few days, saying that he was going to go to the police, and then he came up with his plan.
This is when you were going out with Grant.
Yeah. Jake found out about all the money that I would get when I got married. So he started pressuring me to marry Grant soon and give him the trust money, or he was going to tell everyone that I was the one who shot him.
And that's when you dropped Grant.
I couldn't let Jake get away with it. And I never wanted Grant to think that that's why I married him. I thought I was so smart. And then Jake came up with part two.
You married Jake instead of Grant.
Yeah. He threatened to go to the press and the police and tell them that Grant was romantically involved with a criminal.
And that would have ended Grant's visions of a political career.
Right. So the plan was collect the money, get a divorce, and then I would get a notarized paper saying that Jake remembered who shot him and that it was a burglar. Perfect, huh?
It's incredible. How did you both believe it would ever work?